Welcome to the Young Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Daniella, and this is my co-host, Mordechai.
Hey.
And today we have one of our friends who we love interviewing, Frankie Rodriguez. Everybody give him a warm round of applause.
Hello.
Hi, it's so good to see you again. Thanks for joining us. It's been a couple years, so we're so excited to get all the updates.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Amazing. Okay, so before we dive in, although we know that every single last one of our listeners is going to know exactly who you are because they are mega fans of you. I'm going to do a little bio just to introduce you. So Frankie Rodriguez will soon be seen in the Hulu series, so exciting by the way, Chad Powers, opposite Glen Powell. He most recently appeared in HBO Max's The Sex Lives of College Girls and is best known for his role in Disney's High School Musical, the series. Yay! His additional credits include Modern Family, that is a personal fave of mine, Will and Grace, and Bunked. Amazing. Well, welcome to the show. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you. I loved that.
There was more. I'm not going to lie. We got your bio and it was so long. I was like, of course it's so long because he's achieved so much, which is incredible. Okay, so we're just going to jump into our little icebreaker segment, which is called Hot Mess Obsessed.
Oh my God.
What it just means is like, what are we hot mess obsessed over right now in media? So whether it's like a TV show, a film, a book, really it could even be a video game if we really want to take it that far. So Frankie, what are you obsessed with right now?
I am obsessed with, I'm watching Summer House on Bravo right now, and I watched this latest season because a friend of mine was watching it. So we needed something to talk about. We needed something new to talk about. So I started watching it, and then I went back to the very beginning. So I kind of have been making my way through the whole series. So I'm about 5 seasons in, and I think I got 5 seasons left. So that's kind of like, I guess in quotations, what I'm obsessed with at the moment. Because, it's something easy to binge. So that's what I'm
so
doing.
Fun. And that's a reality show, right?
It's a reality show. They all live in a house for the summer. And of course, drama ensues, of course.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love a good reality show. Perfect Match. I think it just came out yesterday on Netflix. Okay. And what's kind of cool what they're doing is usually it's just like the Netflix franchise. They bring in Netflix stars from previous Netflix shows, right? And then they all get put on this dating show. Well, this time they actually brought in a bunch of different franchises. So there's people from Hulu and like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. And so it's this really fun collide of all these different reality stars from the different networks that come together for one dating show. So it's fun.
Okay,
and of course there's drama.
Okay, I'll have to check that one out.
You gotta
Perfect
check
Match.
It out.
Okay,
yes.
Great.
Okay, Mordechai, what are you hot mess obsessed with right now?
So I just watched Fantastic Four again, and the first episode, and like I'm so excited for Doomsday, and I've just had to watch like the Avengers movie. So like I'm trying to gear myself up. We actually have what's it called? Someone on a friend of the pod, Big Screen Bearcon, and he created this like calendar of like everything to like gear up for Doomsday. So I'm trying to follow his little like calendar. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, so I guess I'll just say it. Perfect Match. That's what I'm obsessed with right now. I just started watching it last night, and I think it's so fun that all of the worlds collide from all these different networks. I think it's just so much fun, and it kind of gives you like a weird sense of like deja vu, alternate reality, because you have someone who like was the Bachelorette, and then they're dating somebody who was maybe like not a front runner on a Netflix dating show. So anyway, I think that's what I'm obsessed with right now.
It kind of sounds like the Avengers of like reality dating, which is kind of fun.
I love that. Oh my gosh, that is such a good parallel. Okay, so have you ever heard of the phrase, the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yes.
Okay, so basically for anybody listening who hasn't heard of it, it's basically the concept that any two individuals are just 6 social degrees away from each other. So what we like to do on the pod, and Mordechai does this every week, which is so fun, is we like to do 6 degrees of Zac Efron and see how we can connect the star that we're interviewing to Zac Efron. And usually there's like multiple ways, and it's so fun. So Mordechai did the FBI work on the back end to figure out your links, but first we want to see how would you connect yourself to Zac Efron?
Okay. I think easy. Zac Efron was on High School Musical, of course, which also starred Corbin Bleu, and Corbin Bleu was on High School Musical, the musical, the series. I think
Totally.
that's how I would connect that. I think if you wanted to make it like a little longer, you could do like Zac Efron on High School Musical was with Corbin Bleu, and then Corbin Bleu knew Lucas, who I think did the Disney Channel games, and then with Jason Earls, and then Jason Earls also worked on High School Musical. So it all goes back to High School Musical.
Totally. I was like, how do I make this a little bit more challenging for myself? So I kind of played around with it. So like, because you're on Chad Powers,
Yeah.
you had Michael Waldron who wrote it, who created it,
Yes.
right? He did Heels with Alexander Ludwig, who was in The
Okay.
Hunger Games with Jennifer Lawrence, was with Don't Look Up with Timothy Chalamet, who was in Dune with Zendaya, who was in The Greatest Showman with Zac Efron. So like
Whoa.
yeah, I was like, how do I make this like really challenging, but like it, more fun? So I thought
No,
that
that
was
is
cool.
fun because that also means I'm like a few degrees away from Zendaya. So I think that also it works. It works.
It works. I love it. I feel like we just put together the best puzzle ever. And we're like, oh my gosh, that's so fun. Okay, so let's dive into some questions. So, behind the scenes, what is something that you learned from High School Musical, the series, that you took with you to your performance in Chad Powers?
Something I learned from High School Musical. Um, I think I learned just because High School Musical, the musical series was a show where you were using everything in your toolbox. So as like I'm a theater kid, but to do theater on TV is kind of like a rare opportunity. So you're like singing, you're dancing, you're rehearsing, but then you're also doing all of this other stuff and recording music. And so I think when you do a show like Chad Powers where it's just the scenes, there's no songs, at least not yet. It kind of was a little, I don't want to say easier, but I felt like the pressure was off in a very different way because I'm just like, all right, I'm not worried about like my dance steps in this scene. I just get to like exist and play. So
Ah.
I guess a little more relaxed feeling.
Totally. That's amazing. And you know what? I would have never thought of it that way. And I think that is such a cool perspective. And I could totally see how you would feel like that and how there would be less pressure for sure. So, Glen Powell was one of the creators. So, what was the first moment that you met him and what was that like?
The first moment I met Glenn was at our first table read. We had all just we shot the show in Atlanta, Georgia. So we just arrived in Georgia. We were doing a table read on the stages, and of course I'm lost as always because I never know where to go. And I open these like double doors and everyone's there, and he's like standing across the way. And it was like one of those like movie moments where it's like but like, and he like turns and like obviously movie star, gorgeous, stunning. And he was like, Frankie. And I was like, oh my
Oh.
gosh, like he knows who I am. And then that was like the start of a great working relationship.
Oh, I love that. That sounds angelic. The doors
It
open.
was
Glen
very
Powell.
angelic. Yeah. I think he just
Yeah.
like, it's his aura for sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So fun and how exciting. He's like, I know exactly who that is and we're about to work together. That's iconic. So, what was one first for you that you had on this project?
Ooh, on this project, a first for me. Well, I guess my kind of like my introduction into the world of football, which is kind of sounds kind of silly to say, but I was a marching band kid in high school, but I hated going to the high school football games. That was like my least favorite part of it. So I would try to dip out as much as possible. So I felt like this was like my first introduction to like the world that is football because it's just, I mean, it's such a huge thing to be like a part of. Even walking into the stadium, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's crazy that every single one of these seats is going to be filled at one time during a football game. And you like look up and there's like a seat this big, but I'm like, that's crazy. So I guess learning about the basic parts of football.
Yeah. Oh my God, so
Yeah.
fun. And a little spoiler, later in our chat today, we're going to do a really fun little game about football. But what's so funny is like when Mordechai brought this up, I'm like, oh my God, I love this idea. I'm like, I also know nothing about football. So I'm going to learn a little bit today too.
So I guess, did you do any research before you got there?
Yeah, so I play the mascot, the catfish, of the South Georgia Catfish, and that's kind of like how I'm linked to the football team. And the research I did was they connected me with someone from a big university who was like the head of all of the mascots in America, and they do like these conventions, and I just got to ask them all of these questions about like, who are the kids that are in the mascot? Can you reveal yourself? Like, can you, like, there's just so many rules around being a mascot, which I thought was so interesting. So it's fun to like take that into like and build a character around that. But that was my research. I watched a lot of videos on mascots. Also, I feel like I was at this time last year, I was obsessed with America's Sweethearts, the documentary about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. So I also feel like that was like my world into like, this is research. I have to watch this.
Did you and the cast ever play football together? Did Eli or Peyton show up?
I'm not touching a football. I'll tell you that much right now. I don't want any part of that. But there was a lot of football throwing. Obviously, we were filming on inside of a stadium, so I think that brought up like a lot of like, oh, like let's get together and like let's throw a football. But I was also wearing a very heavy, hot mascot costume, so I think I was trying to limit my mobility during that time.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I was a mascot. At church growing up, I volunteered to be the mascot during the summers. That is no joke. It's so
crazy.
hot.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And you're sweating.
What were you at? What church has a mascot?
That's a great question. It was called Shadow Mountain Church. I was in San Diego, but I think I was like a chipmunk. I was some sort of, or maybe I was like a squirrel. I was some sort of like forest animal.
Okay,
yeah.
And you had like the whole head and like
the whole thing.
Bodysuit. Yeah.
And it was summer. And I'm sure you know, like, obviously, when you're not the only person that's been in that mascot costume.
Yes.
So it doesn't smell the best because it's always so hot and sweaty in there. That is a hard job. So
you just have to not think about that part. I think.
Oh gosh. Okay. Working with Glen Powell, was there anything that you learned from him, whether it was like an acting thing or maybe it was even just like a life lesson?
I learned so much from him. I felt like I was constantly taking notes, and now I really do wish that I actually put pen to paper and wrote some notes down. But I think just my overall lesson, like just by being around him and getting to work with him, is just how to like really do it and do it well. And that's like on all aspects, like how to be just like so fun to work with, both on camera and off, but then also like as an actor, just having like, because we're also, I don't know, we were also writing the show as we were filming, which is kind of like not very common. So it was really fun to kind of like build it together and kind of say like, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And so I think that's what I learned, is just kind of how to be like a team player times 1,000. Yeah.
And it, in a way, I could be off here because I'm not the expert, but it almost sounds like it would take a little bit of pressure off if you're writing as you go, because there's this freedom in the air. Like, you can't be rigid. You can't always anticipate what's going to happen because things are changing as you go. So it brings maybe like a playfulness to the set.
Totally. I mean, it makes it feel like you are living, breathing the characters at all times, which is so much fun. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Did you have any rituals before filming or any like get ready with me things that you did?
No rituals or like get ready with me. I think it's really funny because this character, it's hard. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not so much like glam, where like High School Musical was all for myself, like putting that character together was like, what am I wearing? Like, what's my hair going to look like? Like, what's my jewelry going to look like? What are my nails going to look like? But for this character, it was just kind of like really like stripped down and just like what's going to be the most comfortable to be in. But yeah, so I guess no rituals on this one.
That's a fun little insight, though, to HSM, Get Ready With Me. That's super fun.
You work with Colton Ryan in this. Did you guys do any like singing off camera? Because I was like picturing like What You Own moment from Rent or something.
Oh my gosh, I wish. No, it was so funny. I just saw Colton maybe like a month ago. I was doing Rent in Cape Cod and he came to see it and he was like, I had no idea. And I was like, what do you mean you had no idea? He was like, I didn't know you were singing like that. So I think we missed that window of like us doing some sort of like duet or something, but I don't know. Hopefully there's just season 2 and then we'll like get to like relive that moment. But What You Own from Rent, that'd be really funny. It's a really funny one.
I see it.
Yeah, I could see it. Yeah.
So fun. Okay, so fan questions. We had a lot of fan questions, so we had to narrow it down to just a few because there were so many. What was the name of the group chat when you were on High School Musical, the series?
Oh, the snarky part of me wants to say which one, but I think like the main one with like everybody, I think is just HSM or like Wildcats 2.0 or something, or like something like that. I don't know.
That's cute.
Yeah, I think it's just like Wildcats.
I love it.
Or it might have changed. Let me double check. I think now it's like graduated students or something.
I love that.
Yeah,
and then I must ask. So there's multiple. So then,
it's called the grads.
Oh, the grads. We love that.
The grads, and that's the main one I think with everybody.
Okay, so then if there were multiple group chats, can you tell us which one was your favorite and the name of that one?
My favorite is going to be any group chat with the girls. Is always like the most fun, and I don't know if it has a name.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay, so was there a Chad Powers group chat? And if so, did that have a name?
There is a Chad Powers group chat, and I don't think it has a name. Maybe I should be the liaison of that. Yes. Yeah.
What would you name it?
See, that's the thing. That's too much pressure. I don't want that pressure. Like, what if no one likes the name? Or, I mean, I don't know. I would probably do something so basic like Chad Powers group chat.
What about superpowers and like the S is capitalized,
okay,
you know, because it's like a group chat.
Totally.
Maybe you could suggest something. Okay, so and oh my gosh, Mordechai, that was your question. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Do you want to ask mine, the next one? Since I stole yours?
Yeah, sure. So besides for Chad Powers, do you have any other projects you can talk about that you have coming up?
That I have coming up. I have Chad Powers coming out September 30th on Hulu, which we're really excited about. I also just closed a production of Rent 3 weeks ago. That was in Cape Cod. And I have kind of just been, since then, I got back like maybe 3 weeks ago, just been like enjoying my summer.
Do you have any advice for someone looking to become an actor?
Do I have any advice for someone looking to be an actor? I think something I would tell myself starting out, when I did is, and I know it's like sounds so vague, but like once you get it, and it's just so simple, be yourself. And I think for so long, I was always trying so hard to like guess what they were looking for. And I was like, okay, so let me wear this and do my hair this way. And like, let me like talk this way. And then I just like slowly learned like, no, you literally just have to be yourself. And if they like it, they like it. And if they don't, then, at least you feel good about the work that you're doing. So I would say like stay true to yourself and just keep hustling.
That's so good. And you made such a good point. You don't really get that until you get it, right? So when was that moment that it clicked for you?
That moment it clicked for me, I think, was the summer right before I booked High School Musical. I was like, oh wait, no, I think I just have to like figure out ways to bring myself into these characters. And I think it just makes it a little more, it just pops a little more. I don't think it's anything that's like, whoa, this performance is groundbreaking, but I just think it gives people a better idea of who you are and how you'll fit into the world of their show.
So good. Do you have a favorite High School Musical, the series episode of all time?
Of all time?
If you had to pick just one, I know it's hard.
Just one? That would be really hard. I think if I had to pick just one. I guess my first guess would say like the pilot, because there's so many like wonderful memories that are around that episode. You're just like, oh my God, we're doing something. It's brand new. No one knows what it is yet. So yeah, I guess I would say the pilot episode, but I know there's another contender out there. I just can't think of it right now.
Are there any deleted scenes from High School Musical, the series, that that you can share that didn't make it?
I don't know. I nothing that I did. I mean, there were like certain plot points that we were excited to do during season 2, and then COVID happened, and so it was like a scramble to kind of like, I think, condense the production.
What was like one of those plot points?
Well, season 2, we were working our way to the Menkeys, which is like the High School Musical Theater Awards. And so that was supposed to be I'm assuming our season finale, and I'm assuming it was supposed to be big with tons of other schools competing and stuff. But I think with the circumstances of the world, we kind of had to like condense everything and kind of just, do our best with it.
Okay, so this is also from a fan. Last fan question.
Okay.
Besides Real Housewives, what reality show would you like to be on?
Would like to be on? Well, I don't know if I would ever want to be on a Real Housewives. I don't know if I have like the guts for it. But if I had to pick a reality show to be on, I know it's like a game show, so I don't know if that counts towards this question, but I think I would go on The Traitors. I think I would have so much fun, like just sitting at a round table and lying to people's face. I think that would be like really fun for me. I think the part where I would fail is like the challenges, because like I don't want to like lift stuff, and I don't want to like run. So I think I'd probably be out quite soon, but that's what I would pick.
That's hilarious. Okay, so here comes our NFL draft challenge, which
oh my gosh,
I'm very excited for, as 3 people who I don't think know football very well. I mean, Mordechai, I don't want to speak for you, but let's do this because I thought this idea was so cute. So Mordechai, take it away.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go around and we're going to pick one High School Musical or High School Musical, the series character, and we're going to pick 3 total. You need to have a coach, a quarterback, and a defensive lineman.
Okay.
And so you have to, and we're going to, do you want to go first, or do you want one of us to go first?
You go first. I think I need time.
Okay.
I love this. Have you guys seen that crashing out trend, like on TikTok and stuff? People just are crashing out. I feel like that right now. I was trying to compute like all the different names that you were saying, Mordechai. I love it. I have my list too up on my laptop. Okay, offensive linemen, wide receivers. Okay, Mordechai, can you go first? Can you lead this for us?
I'm gonna go with Ashlyn, and she's gonna be on the defensive side.
Okay.
Oh wow.
So we're doing characters.
Yeah, just
that changes
characters.
Things. Okay, just the characters. Yeah. Okay.
And then, do we also pick defensive people?
Yeah, everyone picks one of each. One coach, one quarterback, and one person on the defensive side.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. What does defense do?
Like basically someone like so the quarterback's on one side and then the other team is on the other side. So the other team is defense.
Okay.
I know who I'm picking. Sharpay.
Okay.
She would stab someone with a high heel. No, I'm just kidding. She would get real sassy. She'd be good defense. Aaron's so our producer, for context, he does like sports podcasts and stuff. So he's probably laughing at us so hard right now.
Okay, so my defense, I'm going to go with EJ simply for the fact that he's the tallest, and I feel like that could really come in handy.
I love this.
Yeah.
Okay, what's our next category, Mordechai? How do we do this?
Let's do coach next.
Coach.
I'm just looking to see who's on this list. You know what? I'm gonna take Big Red. I'm gonna do Big Red. I'm gonna pick Big Red.
I'm not trying to be cliche, but Coach Bolton.
Yeah, that's what I would go with too.
He has the resume to prove it.
He has the resume, and I feel like the availability, like he would be there and he would help out. So
I love that his schedule allows. I'm obsessed.
Okay, so Frankie got Coach Bolton. Who are you picking, Danielle? Because we could each pick only.
Oh,
okay.
Because we have to, at the end, we're gonna let the audience decide, like when we post this, which team they think's gonna win based on our picks.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Carlos.
Whoa. Okay.
Because Carlos knows how to throw out some instruction when needed.
Wait, that's
so
solid pick actually. Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so now we're doing the quarterback.
Okay, Troy Bolton, duh.
Yeah, Troy Bolton's a good one because I'm assuming quarterback is like the star of the football team. Like if there was a lead of the team, would be the quarterback. I've heard that name a lot. Quarterback. Okay, I then I'm gonna steal yours and I'm gonna do Carlos because that seems the most fun in my head.
I love it.
I'm gonna go with Ricky.
That would make sense.
That was a good one. Yeah,
that actually makes the most sense.
Totally. And I feel like Nene could also, if we really just went for it. I feel like she could be a part of that. Oh my gosh, so fun. Okay, so Mordechai, basically you're gonna ask on socials, right? Which team?
I have Ricky. I don't even remember who I picked. Ricky. Wait, I should have written this down.
You had Ricky, Ashlyn for one of them.
Ashlyn
and Big Red.
And Big Red, right? Okay, Danielle. Well, who did you have? Do you remember?
I had Carlos.
You had Carlos Sharpay
and Troy Bolton.
Yeah.
And you had Coach Bolton,
Carlos, and EJ. Wow.
Danielle, you want to pick someone else instead of Carlos just so we have 3 different ones?
Yeah, Nene.
Okay, perfect.
T.
Yeah. Yay.
Okay, great. That was so fun. I love that.
This won't even take long at all. We're going to do a rapid fire this or that. So just whatever comes to mind first, but it's only a few of them. So, okay, this or that. Performing live or filming on set?
Performing on set.
Ooh, I love. Okay. Football practice or choreography rehearsal?
Choreography rehearsal.
Yes, absolutely. Breaking character from laughing so hard and having the time of your life or nailing it in one take?
Breaking character.
Really? I love that.
Yeah, it's just so fun. I mean, like, it's not something I do often, but when it does happen, it's just like, oh my God, we're acting.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I want to be a fly on the wall. Okay, as your character. Okay, I should preface this. So have you heard this thing that's going on social media where they're saying like, okay, if a guy breaks up with you, how they'll still like view your Instagram stories, and it's so annoying. So there's this debate of like, okay, maybe I would just rather be ghosted at that point. Like ghosted versus someone who breaks up with you breaks up with you, but then still views your Instagram stories religiously. And you're like, wait, like you just broke up with me. So as your character in Chad Powers, if your partner broke up with you, would you rather just be straight up blocked, or they're not blocked, but they're still watching every single one of your IG stories?
For Danny, I would definitely say not blocked, and they're still watching the stories, because I think he would make sense in his head where he's like, this person is still obsessed with me. Even though they broke up with me, they're still upset. And so I think he would find that oddly flattering.
Yeah, that's so fun. Bonus round.
Yeah, so we have one more thing. So it's besties night. You and your bestie get to hang out with one fictional character. Who are you choosing? What are you watching? And what snack are you having?
One fictional character is crazy, but the one that immediately came to my head with my bestie, it would be Carrie Bradshaw.
Yes.
And we would watch the first Sex and the City movie, because it's like one of my favorite movies, and we would eat with this bestie. What would we eat? Her favorite snack are those like zebra cake things. Like, do you know what I'm talking about? Those like, you would know. I think you would know them if you saw them, but they're like, I think they're like little Christmas trees.
Oh,
like a little Debbie, or like
I can.
Yeah, those like boxed things. And that's what we would have.
Love it.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
Sounds so fun. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for joining on this pod. Where can everybody find you and follow you and support you?
Yeah, I think the easiest way to follow me is on Instagram at Frankie A. Rodriguez.
Amazing. Anything else you want to share with the audience? Maybe what is your biggest career goal? Because we have a thing that happens. People tell us their biggest career goals and then it happens. So let's leave the audience with something big.
Oh my gosh. A career goal? I think I'm going to keep it really simple. I want to fly.
Yeah.
Like, I want to fly in something. I don't know if it's because I have superpowers or like I'm like in an action-packed movie and like I'm jumping from car to car, but I want to be like suspended in the air.
Oh my gosh. Like I'm picturing all the BTS from Wicked, right? Is that what we're talking about?
It would be Wicked 3, 100%. Like, I want to be like just like rolling around in the air.
I mean, Michael Waldron, I mean, isn't he like, he's just like a text away, no?
He is a text away in the group chat.
I love it. It's going to happen. Okay, on that note, thank you so much to everybody for listening to the podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe and stream our podcast anywhere that you listen. Thanks again for listening, and this has been the Young Entertainment Podcast.